On this channel, I teach you how to draw all sorts of famous characters, and that's pretty much what this channel is about. But if you're interested in creating your own original characters, then this video is for you. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Christian's Creations. Now, a couple of days ago, I got a comment asking me to do a tutorial on how to create your own original characters, and I was immediately on board with this idea because I thought that it was a great idea. And I definitely know that I am totally capable of helping in this area. Why, you ask? Well, I think it's time that I tell you something that I just never told you before. I am a published author. This is the cover for the first book, Roundhouse. It's a series, and this is the cover for the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and then finally the fifth one. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because the covers, I created them, I drew the characters, I created the characters, completely original. So yeah, I definitely knew that I would be able to help in this area. So basically, let's just get into this video, and yeah, let's not waste time. Okay, if you scroll to my channel, you'll see I'm definitely into superheroes. My stories that I create, they're superheroes, my characters and stuff. But, it doesn't have to be superheroes. It could be, other type of characters. But since I create superheroes, that's kind of what I'm going to gear this videos for. But you can use these tips to create any kind of characters that you want. Now, the very first step is to think about what kind of character it is. So you kind of want to think about the background, the personality, what this person stands for, okay? That's the first step. Before you draw, you need to figure this out. Is the person a superhero, supervillain, ordinary person, high school student, whatever it is? And then if he was, like, let's just say a superhero, you want to think what kind of superhero, okay? What kind of superhero is he? Is he like an underwater superhero, fire, just regular teenage superhero, a space superhero? These things are all important when you're trying to create a character. Now, a very hard part, and the part that you probably want to get first, is a name. Now, names can be very difficult, and I'm not going to go through all of that, but what I do when I'm trying to figure out names for my characters is I brainstorm. I think of words, different things, anything that might relate to, again, the type of character that I'm doing. Let's just say I have another series that I'm working on right now, The Orbit Kid, about a kid, he's a superhero, he's a space superhero. So his name is The Orbit Kid. Okay, it took me a very long time to come up with that name, but I basically had to search search all around, finding different space names, words for space, making sure that names aren't already out there, and pretty much everything that I searched, it was already taken. It was really frustrating, but finally I thought of, The Orbit Kid, and that wasn't taken. And it was, it fit into my story of what it's supposed to be. So I use that for my character. Yeah, it usually takes me a long time to come up with names, unless it's just something super simple, because there's so many characters out there and so many ideas that have already been taken. So yeah, however you want to do it, you can probably find some other different, probably easier ways to find names. But once you do that, then you're ready to figure out what your character looks like. You see this? All it is, these are just papers of me just sketching out all my different characters. Let me show you. Now I'm going to try to be quick with this. I just want to kind of give you an idea of the process. So as you can see, we have 4 heads here. They're all the same person. This is just me sketching out my ideas. Once I have the idea of what the look is, this right here is the Orbit Kid. And you can see I started out with this design, went to this one, and then finally I settled on that one. Once we finish with the head, usually I start designing the suit, figuring out, designs and stuff. Still kind of working on that. This is his villain, the Orbit Lord. And as you can see, we have a bunch of different sketches here. They all kind of have the same look, but as you can see, there are different details in them. So I did all of these, didn't like any of them, and then I finally decided on this look. These three are the same. Now these are some other villains of his. These two right here, this is the same person, the Orbit Lord. It's just an upgraded suit. Now I'm also doing a Christian series, Captain Foz, where the reason why I named him Captain Foz is because Foz means heavenly light, which is perfect for the theme of this, because his superpower is like supernatural light. It's hard to explain, but anyway, yeah, that's it. His villain, one of his villains, the Angel of Death, Dr. Thanatos, which is Latin or Greek for death. You see, none of it is perfect. I don't take a lot of time in this. I just sketch out my ideas. Now this, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness. So I took that, and Captain Foz's arch nemesis is the ruler of darkness, aka Captain Orobos. Showing you why I do these names the way I do. Here we just have a lot of different sketches of death, Dr. Thanatos, and as you can see, I wasn't happy with any of those. I settled on the other one. Here we have more sketches of the Orbit Kid. This is another villain of the Orbit Kid. He's an alien. Nothing spectacular, just sketching out stuff. This is a Locust villain right here. Yeah, just sketching out ideas. And trust me, I have a lot more sketches and a lot more characters than that. But, you know, I just want to kind of keep it short and simple, give you an idea of the process that it takes on creating your own characters. You know, it takes quite a while. With the name, the design, multiple designs. It's a long process, but if you're patient, you'll finally find that outcome that you actually like. And then once you do, you can start building off there. There's also a question of what you're actually creating these characters for. If you just want to fill up a sketchbook or, you know, for a book, whatever, it's all still the same. All right, so that's pretty much it. I gave you the steps, naming, designing, sketching, all of that stuff. And remember, it greatly depends on the background and what type of character this is. That will greatly affect the name, the storyline, the costume, everything. So you just need to keep those things in mind. And also, this also depends a lot on what kind of artist you are, what kind of characters you like. Okay, me, for instance, I like a lot of cool, you know, things. I always opt for cool looking, like jackets and, you know, cool looking masks and stuff like that. Some people, you might like anime, or you might like, you know, goofy looking, big, monstrous. I don't know. It all depends on what you like. And so with these tips in mind, let's create a totally random new original character together. And I will walk you through all of the steps. Let's get into it. Oh, real quick, I just want to say that I'm testing out this blue light behind me to see if it gives the video more of a cinematic feel. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that because I'm sure the change won't go unnoticed. Alright, now, I figured everything out. So, I got a character, I did some sketches, I was going for a superhero vibe, but as I started drawing it, it gave me more villainous vibes, so I guess we will create a villain. The name of this villain is the Forest Fire. The quick origin story that I came up with for this video is that there was this guy, Ryan Stevens. He had a girlfriend. He dedicated her life to helping saving trees, plants, you know, forests. That was her thing. But she broke up with him, and for a long time he was suffering from a broken heart. And then he became obsessed with getting revenge against her. So he dedicated his life to burning down the forest because his girlfriend loved the forest. So now he goes to forests, he burns them down and tries to destroy all wildlife, all tree life and stuff like that. Just, you know, quick something I came out with. But anyway, I think that's a pretty good villainous origin story, and today we are going to draw the Forest Fire. But more so, I'm going to draw the Forest Fire. This is a pretty good copy because it's my character, and if I ever look up the Forest Fire and it's a thing, somebody's getting sued. Just kidding. I mean, not really. But anyway, this is just to give you an example of the process and give you a visual on what I've been talking about. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to say is that my drawing style is a bit different when I'm drawing my own characters than from when I'm drawing other pictures. So, first thing I'm going to do is just shape up the head, and then I thought it would be cool to have like a fire shape for the lenses. And here, of course, we're just sketching it out. We got a fire-shaped mouthpiece. Everything here is basically fire-shaped. Now, usually when I'm doing my own characters, I try to fill in some details. If you're unless you're good with autonomy, drawing out, I recommend like an app like Magic Poser, which is what I use to get good body proportions, because I'm gonna admit I'm just okay when it comes to drawing out bodies on my own. But yeah, basically right now just sketching out a pose. So we're not doing anything serious here. I'm going to be coloring this. I'm going to be inking and coloring it, so I'm not really taking anything seriously with the drawing part, but that depends on if you're drawing or coloring, your character. Anyway, yeah, I erase it. Now I'm just filling in details. And the thing is, like, when you're creating your own character, there are going to be details that you're adding. You might not like it. Just feel perfectly free to erase it, redo it, whatever. You'll see I add a lot of details, just trying things out. That's the process of creating your own character. And I recommend that you keep your lines light so that you can draw over. Like, again, your process, I don't know what your process is. You don't have to follow my process. It's all about your drawing style and what you like. Again, me, I like cool stuff, so as you can see, my villain, he looks, really cool. With all of the details, more like a motorcycle or something like that. Not a motorcycle, but he just has that cool dark villain look. It looks pretty scary too, so yeah. We just want to add in some muscles. As you can see, I'm adding in details to fill it out. Just trying stuff, and if I don't like it, I immediately erase it and start again. Like right here, trying a bunch of designs. I finally stuck with that one, just a strip, and then we just keep things moving. So basically, again, this is just my process. I'm speeding it up, doing time lapse because again, it's not for you to copy because it's my character, but yeah, just trying to make sure that you get all the tips, everything I'm trying to show you about creating your character. Yeah, so you see, we always try to even things out, and now I'm inking everything. So I'm going over all the details, everything that stands out. And with this, I was gonna do like orange and yellow, like the fire colors all over, but then I decided I wanted most of it to be black and gray to give it more of a dark look. But I still ended up putting some orange in it. So yeah, now I'm just coloring the whole suit, giving them that fire look, but dark look. And we're done. Alright, we are done. I'm actually really impressed with this impromptu character that I just created simply for this video. And as you can see, you can create your own character just like that. It takes work and patience, but the finished result is always rewarding. I hope this video helped you. I hope it was what you were looking for. And with all of the tips that I gave you, go create some amazing characters. Have a great day.